Hello everyone, this is Summer the Knight. Welcome back to another live stream. It's me. And we're playing Final Fantasy XIV again today. We'll get started in just a moment, so sit tight. And we'll get into it. All right, it's 6 o'clock. Welcome back. We are again playing Final Fantasy XIV. We have some stuff planned out for today, and I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure. And I hope all of you are looking forward to it too. Last time we finally finished all the Omega raids, and those fights at the end were very, very cool. If you don't care too much about spoiling yourself, so I highly recommend looking up just how the Savage fights look, because they're very cool and definitely a lot harder. I doubt it would be something I'll be able to take on at some point, just because I need a dedicated group if I want to do those. But, you know, something down the line, hopefully. We'll have to see when that comes up. Not much change since last time. I've just been doing more dungeons and grinding out poetics. I'm buying more gear for some of my other classes, which are still at level 60 at this point, but I'm gonna work on getting them to level 70 over time. My Scala is level 66 now, so again, still that's something I need to do. I have all the things I still need to learn. I'm starting to learn my post level 60 stuff as it is, which is funny, but yeah, we'll tackle that sometime soon. For now, though, as the title suggests in the stream, we're going to be tackling what's called the Return to Ivalice questline, which is the 24-man content that we talked about last time. So this is the person that will unlock that for us. So why don't we go ahead and talk to him? I don't think there's anything else for me to cover. No. Yeah, no. Okay, cool. So yeah, why don't we talk to him and see where the story goes? I don't know much about this at all in terms of where the story is and what's gonna happen. All I know is the name of Ivalice, which is those familiar with Final Fantasy XII will recognize the name of the city. And Rabanastre. Wait, no, that's the name of the raid, of one of the raids. So I know a little bit about one of the raids coming up. So that's a little bit of a spoiler. What's Ivalice? I was just looking this up and I'm already forgetting. Alright, it doesn't matter. Ivalice has been mentioned in other Final Fantasy content before, so something to remember if you're familiar with that at all. Okay, let's go. Let's switch over to... I need to be level 70 for this. Kaiten knows someone seeking your acquaintance. Oh, okay. What's going on? Welcome, my lord. There's a young maiden here who would speak with you. Miss, the adventure has arrived. And here he is, the liberator of both Doma and Alamiga Alamigo in the flesh. I am Lena Murilla. Yeah, like a cat. Murilla, correspondent of the Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of the homunculi. Not quite. No. Yeah, even I'm like, nope. Is there a problem? I'm not familiar with it, sorry. Oh, okay. I knew the name sounded familiar. What I said when it wasn't familiar was the homunculi story, but the Raven thing I remembered. There's another girl in the Hildebrand storyline that we wait, was that her? Miju? That would be my sister. People mistake us all the time. Same profession, you see, and we do bear passing resemblance. When last I heard, she was still assigned to the Botanist Guild in Gridania, poor thing. I think that's what I'm thinking of. No, because that was a human. That wasn't a cat girl, but I think in one of the botanist job quests, there is a it was level 50 to 60 quests. There was like the Miju, I think it's that one. I'm not sure. Again, I haven't even done 60 to 70 yet, so there's a journalist who you have to kind of work with in the quest line, so I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure. But enough small talk. It's not for nothing that I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance you'd pass by. What's the problem? No, I'm here because... Actually, it's best you heard it from Alma. I am but an observer. Alma, come! I found him. Oh? Okay, someone who's actually uniquely dressed. Those are always stand out. And unique music, too, actually. I haven't heard this theme in the game at all. Is this the adventurer of whom you spoke? Indeed it is. She's a little shy. Please, I beg of you, find my father. You are his only hope. Aw, why is she crying? It's alright, Alma. We are attracting unwanted attention. May I suggest you of a change of venue? We will wait for you before the Prima Vista. The theater barge has a berth at the airship landing. Okay, yeah. Let's talk. I'm very curious what's going on right now. Who is this Alma? He's like, I'm like, huh? What's going on? That's for you to find out, my friend. Alright, yeah, sure. He waved at me. As I said before, I think it better we continue this conversation in the privacy of the young lady's barge. It's not that I don't trust anyone here, it's simply that I don't trust anyone here. It's not that I don't trust anyone here, it's simply I don't trust anyone here. I get what you mean. Gate guard Minagumo has been instructed to look out for you. In the future, speak with him when you wish to gain access to the docks. Not like I haven't been up there already. Thank you for coming, Samir. You're probably wondering why I've summoned you to an airship, and a Garlean one at that. Oh yeah. I mean, it's very classic Final Fantasy airship, but is it still Garlean? Huh. You're probably wondering why. Let me explain on the shuttle. That's a very classic Final Fantasy airship. Like, we're talking like Final Fantasy 1, 2. I think. Okay, where are we going? Oh, okay. That's the airship they're talking about. Never mind. That concerns me. It's just a lot of art, though. Okay. Are making like a replica of like Bahamut or something? What's with all these like dragons? Okay. Anyway, let's I'm very curious, but at the same time I'm a little... Welcome to the Prima Vista, the most luxury theater barge in the land. The Prima Vista serves as both a stage and a home to the majestic Imperial and Theater Company. Imperial, so you're not Garlean though. You clearly don't have the eyeball, the third eye. You can keep that dirk in your drawers. No one here is a member of the Imperial Army, nor are there any spies within the troop. At least, no known spies. Ask anyone and they will readily attest. The Majestic Imperial Theater Company are the finest practitioners of the dramatic arts to be found anywhere on the 3 great continents and beyond. They have admired throughout the Empire and they have admirers throughout the Empire and its territories, and even boasts a sizable following in Gridania, hence my assignment to the story. It is little known fact, outside of Garlemald at least, that the late Emperor was a devoted patron of the arts, who supported various theater tropes to the tune of much coin. Okay. So the last Emperor, who has died at this point. Indeed, Solus was so enamored of the majestic players that he ordered the construction of this very airship, that the troupe might perform in every corner of the Empire. Interesting. Okay. When his grandson took the throne, however, everything changed. Now, that's the guy we saw at the end of the credit scene. And he was talking to the Ashen in white. Now, theater tropes, domestic and foreign, must submit their work for approval by the Central Imperial Board of Censors. If a play is deemed vulgar or inflammatory, it is banned and the troupe denied their writs of transit. The worst offenders, well, they are never heard from again. This policy has effectively left playwrights with one of 2 options: compromise their creative integrity to curry favor with his radiance, or put down their quills altogether. The principal of the Majestic, however, choose a 3rd option: to express his disapproval of the new Emperor's policies obliquely and ostensibly unpolitical works. Okay. Pray forgive me for my earlier outburst. I am Alma Bas Lexentale, daughter of Principal Genomus Sen Lexentale. Okay. Perhaps you have heard of my father's latest play, the Zodiac Rave Story. On the surface, it is an innocent retelling of a well-known Garlean fairy tale, hardly worthy of the censor's attention, but beneath it is something quite different. A fact that censors failed to spot when they approved the manuscript for public performance. The play quickly became a huge success. The common folk loved its fantastical story, while the learned classes appreciated its true message. Okay. By the time the Imperial Board of Censors realized their mistake, it was too late. No longer in a position to prohibit the performance outright without admitting fault, they took aim at the company's purse strings instead. Before long, noble patrons began to withdraw their support, fearing to be associated with the troupe. And by the end, even the learned felt compelled to feign ignorance. By bleeding the Majestic of their funding, the censors robbed them of their voice. Okay. I don't understand what this has to do with me, though. None of this is made clear as to why you're here. Right, yeah, thank you. Allow me, Lena. Sid? What are you doing here? I've known Genomus since we were students at the Magitech Academy. When I heard his daughter was in Kugane looking to enlist the aid of an adventurer, I felt compelled to give her your name. Sorry for not announcing myself sooner, old friend. It's not a problem. I'm just curious as to what you need me to do. Genomus and I were from different worlds, but that only served to fuel our friendship. Many were the nights we would prattle on into the wee small hours, warm flagons of peated ale numbing our minds to the other's naive ideologies. Yet no matter where our conversations began, it was invariably end with him telling me how he was going to change the Empire from the inside out. The truth was to be his path into the people's hearts. Okay, see, we got some good Garleans. People who actually don't want to, or who are not warmongers or like the leaders necessarily. But you know, generally good people who want the world to be a better place. Which I hope ties into Endwalker quite a bit, because, and this is a little bit of a spoiler. I want to say it's spoiler, but again, they kind of showcased this in their showing of Endwalker like a month or two back. One of the new locations in Endwalker is going to be Garlemald that we can actually go to. And apparently it's all in like ruins. Why is that? We don't know yet. We're gonna have to find out what the story entails, right? So I'm hoping like there's a reconstruction effort, kind of like how the firmament was. That's what a lot of people are speculating might happen. Rather, let me put it that way. Me, I can't hope anything yet because I haven't even beaten Shadowbringers yet, so I can't even say anything about it. But this kind of leads me to feel like a little bit more like, yeah, you know, if there's good people there, then why not? There's no reason for me to be like, death to Garlemald, you know? Like, it's only the leadership that's really causing the problems here. Even if the Emperor forces him from his throne, from his home, Genomus would never gave up hope that his work might change the world. Okay, but are these actually... I can't tell. I for all intents and purposes, like, they don't look like pure-blooded Garlands, so that's why I'm a little bit confused about this. Clearly, they were citizens of Garland, or maybe not. I don't know. Art will ever strain against artificial bounds and borders, man-made walls and misguided wars. It's in such times of uncertainty that we must needs embrace our calling and take to the skies so others might do the same. What I'm trying to say, rather poorly I concede, is that not all Garlands are hewn for the same stone. I literally just got done saying that. Just as there are those who pledge their lives to the Empire and would never think to question the authority of its leaders, there are those like Alma's father and myself whose love for their country does not blind them to its flaws. Still, trying to sell the sack of sunflower to an Alamegan or a Doman who has watched his family consumed in the flames of a magic spear, or try selling that sack of sunflower to... Right, I got you. Magic Reaper. How many Earthian adventures do you think would leap at the opportunity to help an Imperial search for her missing father, and in Garlean territory, no less? Right, but... okay, so just confirm that, like, she's a Garlean, an Imperial. Okay, the Imperial doesn't necessarily mean, like, pure-blooded Garleans, though, so that's something to keep in mind. But you are different. You have seen enough to know that the line between good and evil is not defined by race, color, or creed. So what say you? I don't want to say that. Like they're both kind of like damsel in distress. I would make a poor adventurer to shy from an adventure, but that's not the problem here. It's not about an adventure for me personally. It's like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't mind helping to look for this person, but as you understand the nature of the task, perhaps Outlook can provide some insight as to where we might begin our search. Shortly before my father disappeared, he began work on his next play, a successor to the Zodiac Braves story. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please follow me. Okay. That's just Kugane. Through adventure and hardship, young Dilita, a boy of common blood, became a hero, culminating into the birth of the mythical kingdom of Ivalice. Okay, well there it is. But that is where the story ends. There are no records of anything that follows. Was Principal Genomus simply going to invent something? My father believed that he discovered evidence of a second hero, one whose efforts went largely unnoticed, but without whom Delita would never have risen to the throne. He was the next tale he wanted to tell, the true Zodiac Ray story. A second hero? Okay. According to my father's studies, the young man was one of Delita's closest friends and confidants. That is, until the untimely passing of Delita's sister forced the two to part ways. Yet the unnamed hero continued to provide aid to his friend by thwarting the machinations of those who would scheme against Delita, thus paving the way for the Pauper's rise to the region. You must forgive me, but I've never heard anyone make such claims. How exactly did your father come by this information? That is a long story. One which begins and ends with Genomus becoming lost. One which begins and ends with Genomus becoming lost in the very legend he sought to lay bare. Even as far back as the Academy days, Ivalice and Genomus firmly in its grasp. Oh, Ivalice had Genomus firmly in its grasp. He flatly refused to believe the story was just a fairy tale. And so, when he was finally driven out of Garlemald, it was only natural that he should choose this of all places as his refuge. Was it not, Alma? That is correct, Master Garland. It has long been my father's belief that the ruins of ancient Ivalice lie beyond Nagzia, buried beneath the sands of the Dalmasca Desert. Poor Dalmasca, the kingdom prospered in relative isolation for countless generations, until the Empire came calling. When not touring, my father would organize expeditions to the Dalmasca Desert to search for proof of Ivalice's existence. Sometimes he would bring back strange artifacts, ancient tomes, and crystals unlike any other. Ooh, okay, yeah, definitely. My father called them Auracite? And claimed they were vital to proving his theories. This is one such crystal. Holy shit, is that actually the same kind of crystal that Moonbrita was using? That's a story plot from way earlier, but by the 12, it's magnificent. Ivalician legends tell of a crystal bequeathed by the gods unto those who would be kings. It is during his quest to gather Auracite that young Delita rises to prominence. I must have heard the tale 1,000 times from my nursemaid, but that is all I ever was, a tale. My father would often tell us how Auracite spoke to him. At the time, we assumed he was speaking figuratively, that the stone's beauty aroused his muse. But then he began to act strangely. How so? Following our arrival here in Hingashi, my father spent most of his time cloistered in his chambers, poring over his past research. And though he was alone, we could oft hear him in conversation. It was not uncommon for my father to recite the lines as he wrote them, but it soon became clear that this was something else. It was as if he was talking to my mother who had passed several winters ago. Might this not have been out of mere loneliness, or perhaps the strain of your flight from Garlemald? Yeah, she doesn't have the eye. Possibly, but that would not explain the voices which answered him. Alma, who are these people? I told you I did not require any help finding a father, especially from outsiders. So good of you to join us, Ramza. Allow me to introduce... Enough, Master Sid. We may be shunned by the Empire, but we are still Garleans, and we still have our pride. Unlike some, it seems. We require neither the aid nor the pity of foreign rabble. I forget where you are, brother. It is we who are the foreign rabble. This land and its customs are all but unknown to us. We would be fooled to conduct our search without a proven guide. Your sister is right, Ramza. As for my good friend here, your mistrust is ill-placed. I will personally vouch for his character. In all the time I have known him, he has Never once let anyone and anything as insignificant as race or creed color his judgment. You're lucky to have him. But we would have you, Master Garland. Why do you refuse us? You know why. Until this affair with Omega is resolved, which I already have, my hands are tied. It pains me to refuse you and your sister, but it pains me far more to leave Jomos to his fate. I am sorry. So yeah, in terms of like when I was looking at this earlier, like this first quest and up to the first raid that we're gonna do was released in like 4.1. Then the second set, because there's three raids, I know that. The second came out in 4.2, and then the third and final one came out in like 4.5 or 4.4. It's like much later. So everything that came out in you can tell like when there's a group of content come out at the same time. So in terms of like the Omega stuff, like the first batch, like the Alphascape, or not the Alphascape, the Deltascape came out in the 4.0 or 4.1. I don't know. I didn't look that up, but clearly there's a bit of a jumping in story here. You need not apologize. I'll let my emotions get the better of me. After what happened in Rabanastre, it might be time to admit we're out of our depth. My brother's last expedition met with a tragedy in the ruins of the capital city. He barely escaped with his life. The Empire turned Rabanastre into a death trap. You were a fool to set foot there without proper escort. I realize that now, Master Garland, but at the time, I saw an opportunity to rescue our father and I took it. Whatever led you to believe your father was in the Damascus capital? So the city is in ruins as it is. Okay. My father's fascination with Ivalician legend began with a trip to the Antediluvian city, long before the war. Call it a premonition, but something tells me there is where he has returned. Now, if excuse me, I need some time to think. Then Alma, I should leave you and your brother in Samir's capable hands. He has ever repaid my trust with interest. You would do well to grant him yours. Thank you, Master Garland. We will not forget this kindness. Let me know when Omega comes calling, which, you know, we'll just kind of insert this time period here into some point in my earlier streams where we did all the Omega stuff. Your brother's a cheery one. Alright, Lena. Sid didn't bid me farewell. This is going in my write-up. That's petty. Alright, Ramza. What's the story? Masco seems to think highly of you, so I will withhold my judgment until after Dalmasca. That's fair. Yeah, so this is the quest here. We're going to be going to that raid here. Ramza is itching to depart. Jeez, a lot of story. That was like just a half an hour worth of story here. And we're still going. Alright, what's the Damascus is nestled in a forgotten corner of the Empire's utmost territories. I do not see any trouble from the standing army, but would you suggest committing to memory the locations of each of the barge exits, just in case? As for the flight itself, the currents above Damascus are as wild as the land below. You may want to hold on. Alright, we are going to Damascus proper here. Full steam ahead. Okay, I think I know. I've seen a world map with some edits that kind of showed where a lot of where we're going here is located, and so this is something I kind of mentioned in a stream a while ago about the location of some places that are. I'll bring it up on the map once we have a chance here, and we'll see if they even show it to us here as well. there's a lot of like clouded parts on the map. And during the game itself, there's a few cutscenes where you see like we're traveling, and there's a bunch of places that are clouded as well. Yeah, but the place we're going to, I know where it is, or it should be. We'll complete our descent to Rabanastre in the shuttle. Okay. Be cool if we can come over here at will now, but... Ramza, I thought I made myself clear, Alma. The capital is simply too dangerous. Father would never forgive me if I were to lose you to trying to rescue him. You're not coming with us, apparently. Come, we are wasting time. We'll be fine, don't worry. Right. So it is a desert area. The royal city of Rabanastre in somewhere? So Rabanastre is the name of the starting city in Final Fantasy XII. So that's what I was trying to talk about earlier on the stream. But according to my father, Rabanastre was already a thriving city some 1,000 years ago. But after promising several private excavations beneath the so-called Desert Sapphire, my father came to the conclusion that it was not the first settlement to stand here. Then your father believes that Rabanastre sits on top of the royal city of Lysalia, capital of Ivalice. Okay. But if that's true, it could change history. We would be famous. Famous? Are you sure you don't mean rich? Ha! We're kinda all alike. Parasites grown fat on the sweet and suffering of others. Bold words for a boy but 16 summers. And what, pray tell, have I done to deserve such spite? I only wish to learn the truth behind the disappearance of the Empire's foremost playwright. If that should lead to something bigger, well then, I would be the worst reporter in the realm if I did not pursue it. Alright, children, calm down. Alright. This is a location of a raid here, and this is supposed to be dangerous, so... I don't see anything out of place at the moment. Yes, we can argue about this now, or we can return to the Prima Vista and report to our army of adventurers that it's time to begin the expedition. A Humbus is just a ladder. I guess I brought all of them with me already. So this is supposed to be like an expedition, but why is it dangerous, though? Okay. Like the lizard cutter men? Those are the same kind of people you see in Final Fantasy XII, too. Interesting. You see? Is as I said, brother. Let them come to us. Should we kill them now? No, the time is not right. When has that stopped us before? Cool, do you see that one? Slayer of gods, they call him. Warrior of light. They know who I am. Interestingly enough. Okay, well there's the raid. And unfortunately, we can't even like walk around. Okay, so just question mark. Oh, so that's what. So that's what question mark is. I was wondering what question mark here on this map is. And then now they're actually showing up some of the stuff down here. Okay. But, in terms of where it actually is, or at least, you know, based on some other images that they were able to piece together, it's over in this area over here. You can kind of see the name pop up a little bit, but this is the Dalmasca Desert over here. They were able to, like, I don't know where they got that other picture from, but you can see the overlap with, like, the name over here. Yeah, so that might show up in a later thing. I saw some posts about something in Shadowbringers. I don't know what, like where it gets revealed or something like that, which might be the case then, but who knows. So for the most part, we're supposedly in this area around here. Just in terms of like where we are actually located. And I hope it gets cleared up at some point. It'd be a shame if they didn't like update the map as part of the story at some point. Okay, no point in waiting. So this is gonna be a 24 man. I'd rather queue up as a DPS, but in terms of like queue times, it would be better if I just do as a mage for this, so, or white mage, so. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Hold on, Father. Help is on the way. You cannot expect me to walk away from this. If the legend of Ivalice is true, the public has the right to know. I agree. And this is the entrance to the raid here. Okay. Alright, so we have a few minutes before that becomes available to us. Just checking out the rest of the ship here. Dramaturge. Yeah, sure enough, they are a company muscle. Changing room. Okay, so, oh god, we already have like most of the party already. Okay, well, we have some time. I feel like I'm gonna waste my time here teleporting where I want to go here, and I was gonna just in the middle of all this, I was just gonna try and do some main story in the meanwhile. So why don't we at least pick up the next main story quest, and we'll go from there. We'll see how far we get. Hopefully, unlike last time, we don't get constantly cut off. Alright, so last time we left with this, at least, we found out about the so-called royal family's, or the Mad King's issues of what he was doing, and turned a bunch of the family members into monsters, and they're somewhat under in the castle dungeons, basically. So let's see where this will lead here. This looks like the beginning of a dungeon, actually. Alphino seems eager to share his theory. So actually, perhaps it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. He had a theory as to what we think we should do, I guess. In case the rival treasure hunter overhears our plan, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of the Loch Silt. Where are we going? Okay. Probably can't even fly over. Here. Let me through, please. You wish to pass? Yes, please. The gates are open to all. Yes, indeed. I hope they, I mean, it will happen. It's just a matter of when. That Amigo will become an official, like, democracy. and part of like the overall Eorzea alliance. All right, gentlemen. What's the plan and what's the theory? Come on, Alfie, don't leave us in suspense. This is the theory of yours. Forgive me, 'twas not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Prior to the Great Flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines, and this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the Fifth Astral Era. Okay, so that's what the ruins below are. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Cell. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace, mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe, was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kingsmen were cast down there not simply out of the desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying that they were meant to guard the Mad King's Trove? Ah, so he made them into monsters, so to one, serve as a means to get rid of them, and two, to guard his treasures that he was holding, that he stole from all the other people. Interesting, that's very interesting. Precisely, and since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance to the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the Trove. We, however, have a certain advantage which they do not enjoy. Samir, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arnvald and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the palace. Ensorcelled, okay. Interesting, okay. Alright. Down below. Okay, so now I know what this actually is down here. I was like, okay, these are some ruined cities from the Fifth Astral Era that the Calamity back then got rid of. Which was like a great flood, which we've heard about it multiple times. Okay, so this must be it here, because I was wondering what these were for, because we saw when I was down here initially, the snowflakes up there led into the city, and I was wondering what this was about. You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. And thankfully, I can breathe underwater now. And here's a door. Yeah, I was wondering about this. That's so cool. Okay, I'm glad I found this earlier, because otherwise I'd be like, you come into a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. Oh, it's open. It would appear you have found an entrance to the subterranean ruins. What was that, Samir? I can't hear you. You're underwater. Exactly. Fuck. Samir, it's Alfino. We have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. Have you ought to report? And you believe it leads to the ruins? Excellent. Then propose we proceed with our respective entry points and look to meet somewhere in the middle. Oh, come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Virtue goes to the first adventurer to find the treasure. Godspeed. The drowned city of Scala. Alright, well, there's a dungeon we have to do now to go on with the main story. We will tackle that another time because now I've hit two roadblocks. That's great. Okay. The other place I wanted to do requires me to queue up as well, so that's not happening. Oh man. Okay. what can we do in the meanwhile? Do, 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 do. Let's see here. It would be prudent for me to look and see if there's any additional side content that I can do. The reason I've been trying to push some of these main story ones now is because I know some more gets unlocked a little bit later. Oh, jeez, excuse me. Why do I have hiccups all of a sudden? Okay, let's head to Rogger's Reach real quick. Unfortunately, the only ones we're really gonna see are ones in... Okay, well, we actually do have some that we can do. They are just marked off as not listed in my log at the moment, so maybe we can do some of that real quick. Let's see. Anything here? No. Okay. So why don't we look at what some of these? Right, so we did a part of this when we were going through the fringes. Because the first quest of this just gave me a, Aether Current. Sorry, one sec here. I'm just trying to get my thought across. Wasn't there more? Oh yeah, okay. It wasn't a thing that unlocked something. What is the lock? Why is it still with a plus sign on it then? And this one is supposed to unlock like the I think it's the like a Beast Tribe quest line. I think. Sure, gives us something to do. Alright, so what happened here? This one, there was like the person who was trying to research something, but I don't remember what. Let me look at the quest log, maybe it'll remind me here. Right, completed side stories, Urbania. Yeah, here. Oh, right, okay, so we had taken, the Alliance had taken over the Castrum, and we were trying to look into records specifically about some of the people that they had taken into custody, right. Those people are missing, and so that's why we were like, oh, they must have records about them or something, right? And we came here, and then there were some Garleans or Imperials who were here doing something, but we don't know what. The glowing stench of rotten debris fills your nostrils. You're able to discern where the order is coming from. Okay. In that case, since this is like a level 61 quest. Ah, shit, I was gonna do, my paladin. But I put all my gear away. Let's do this as my bard. I haven't played my bard in a while. Upon closer inspection of the ground, you see footprints. Some of them appear to be fresh. But this is a 61 level quest, so I'm not even going to be able to complete it now that I think about it. Anything here? This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. Odd. I wait for her to return from her search. Okay. What is going on? Ah, Samir, thank goodness. I found someone while inspecting the houses. He seems unwell. Unwell? Unwell? No, definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine, but what of you? A little girl, dressed in strange clothes. Quite strange, quite strange. What? You have some nerve, regardless of how I look. I'm a ranking officer of the Order of the Twin Adder. Thank you very much. Now who are you and what business do you have here? Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. You are you, but who are we? Yes, we would like to know very much. You don't remember? Well, is there anything you can remember? Remember? Yes, something about this place. Something familiar. Quite familiar. Smear, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he is not from this place. Considering he's Elysian, he's likely a Grudanian and escaped from the Garleans. Or perhaps, could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Garlean soldier from before. We need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir, but would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than the dilapidated houses. We may be able to help you recover your memory. Memories. Sweet memories. Yes, we would like them very much. Very much. Alright then, let's return to Castle Orion's. My browbeating commander will wish to meet you. I suppose it can't be helped. Yeah, a lot of these like side stories I'm like interested in like what happened. So always curious to learn a little more, I guess. Where? Right, it's not showing up because I'm not the right level, so hell, my scholar's a higher level. And controller? Okay, like my controller's acting up there. That was weird. Whatever, just possibly one of the missing prisoners, you say. I expect some such wild claims from Lieutenant Mocha, but if you would corroborate her report, perhaps this warrants an investigation. Until further notice, he shall stay under the protection of the Eorzean Alliance. Sir, with all due respect, you cannot just... Lieutenant Mocha, get this man a hot meal and a warm bed. When he's had a bit of rest, see what he knows of Bittermill and the Garleans. It should not be long before we reach a resolution to all this. You're free to wait here until she finishes questioning our new detainee. Fine. He has grown tired of waiting. I imagine Lieutenant Mocha has finished questioning the detainee by now. Go and see what, if anything, she learned. Something tells me she hasn't learned a whole lot. Samir just finished with the questioning. Unfortunately, he cannot recall anything, absolutely nothing of his past. The only thing he's certain of is that he escaped from Garlean captivity. I'm beginning to believe he really is one of the missing prisoners. But where does Bittermill fit into all this? Well, we reach an impasse. If not, I would ask the Guardians what they were doing there. Or perhaps we can. The soldier who escaped us earlier must know. He has been taken into custody. Let's leave no stone unturned, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. So we're here, finally, for the 24-man raid, the Royal City of Rabanastre. Let's see what it entails. People were just waiting for me here. It's been a while since... Oh, that's not true. I've been doing Oh, jeez. Okay, please don't get... Mike was going loose there. Okay. The Royal City of Rabanastre. Alright, folks. You ready? Let's go. Alright. Again, this is a 24-man, so we got tons of people. I smell, something. Okay. Those are no ordinary birds. Red chocobos. Oh, we have a boss fight already? Something foul prevents our crossing. Where is numbing breath? Okay, well, let's keep everyone alive as usual. Rise, dark water. Grant me strength. Goddess of ice, be my blade. Alright, I don't know the mechanics of this fight, but... This person is skating around in the ring. Something tells me we actually need to fucking do something about this stuff, but... Oh my god, we wipe because people are not doing mechanics. I swear. I can barely hear the music. Well, because of that fucking thing over there. Like... Are we doing this right? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it up to the DPS to kind of figure out, but... I'm gonna step out of that. I'm a snowman now. Lovely. I should probably have read up in the fights, but I again, I want to, like, know... Oh, God. There are no safe spaces to stand, huh? Oh, fuck. That is... Run! That's the safest spot there? Fuck! I was like, where is the safest spot to run? Everyone's running there. What is going on? Oh my god. What is this thing that's... And that's the end of the fight, at least. Fools, you have not seen the limit of my reach. I'm in Group C. I'll just read all that. Okay. Seriously, though? It appears the deplorable creatures are here to raid abandoned homes. Release the... Okay, there. Black chocobos. No! Okay, seems weird with the audio. I'm not sure what. Like, I turned down the sound effects on purpose because... But the music doesn't sound... Is it me? I don't know. Oh, we should probably get out of the fucking center of the room. Oh, mimic chest. Interesting. Alright, what do we have here? Someone used their limit break already? Ashmal, the bringer of order. Who are you? Quake 4. Interesting. I like the music. Alright, see, now the music's kicking in here, and again, just seems a little quiet for me right now. To defy order, it's do something. Something tells me I didn't get the gear off on the person I wanted. Fuck. Oh shit, that's gonna fall right on top of me. Let me move. Yep. Why are they dead? Oh fuck. Oh, I'm just about to get the heal off. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me heal myself. Whew. Okay. Alright, let me not focus on DPS and... Alright. Earth Hammer, whatever. Oh, fucking dead already, damn it. We won, so... Right, the Seek. It's been a long time since I played Final Fantasy XII. That's not what I was trying to do. I gotta use that shield more often. I was just talking about that in another stream. I use it more often now, but at the same time I'm not. Yeah, so this is the reason why I turned down my the sound effects, because there's so much shit going on in raids and dungeons that it's like you barely hear anything, and I want to hear the music, right? I want you guys to hear the music too. But for some reason it just sounds drowned out. Maybe it's just the song itself. Welcome to the waterway. These tunnels are said to have existed before even the kingdom of Damascus was born. As the city grows... Oh shit. Channels are widened and new outlets dug. I've ventured some of the pools are so deep, no one alive has ever seen their bottom. Oh, did we just automatically get pulled into the right groups? That's interesting. Because I wasn't trying necessarily to go with them. I didn't even realize. All right, so this is gonna be a this is a common thing to see that in raids like this, that the individual alliances have to actually do stuff separately, and if they don't do it correctly, they'll die, or it'll cause a raid wipe. Okay. Well, what's the, did anyone read the fucking thing up top? I probably should have just read it. I was thinking about it, but I was like... Okay. What was the point in that? There wasn't really anything there. There should have been a fight there, at least. Oh, God. So it seemed like the initial slide just automatically sorted you by the right, whoa, and there it is, the Royal City of Vasilia. And they were right. The ancient city, deep below underground. This is Vasilia of Ivalice. Is this the final boss? Seems like it. No, usually there would be a bigger thing for this. Ooh, what army marches on, We get a little cutscene if there was, this was like an actual boss fight. Right, let's preemptively just do this, because he's about to do something, most likely. Let's take care of my tank and just put a plenty of shield on him. Ah, see, that would kill a bunch of people if, Okay, easy dodgings. Dun, 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 dun. So this, I think it's most initially like Final Fantasy Tactics or something, Ivalice. So I'm wondering if this music is coming from that, or is inspired from that. I would have to look it up. Oh, okay. Fuck! Run, 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 run! Okay. Ooh, nice. I definitely had to run there. I don't want to stand in that, most likely. Oh, an archdemon. Interesting. Oh, I probably wanted to get inside a group, huh? Yeah, I can't even, Okay, that's part of the mechanics. You want to be in a group with them and kill it before, I think a big AoE is about to come in. Yeah, everyone, put your stuff down now! Or maybe not. Might have been a little bit early. Yep. Alright. Thankfully it lasted just long enough. Unfortunately, my little bubble doesn't, like, put defensive buffs on us. It's just AoE regen effect. That's all it does, so. Let's put a Medica out. Oh. Trample. Which means I probably don't want to stand in front of you. Oh, fuck. Nope, that's gonna hurt. Get away from the center. Here. Oh, you couldn't move. I realized the problem there. Or at least it looked like that. The debuff on you. Dun, 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 dun. Limit break. And we done. Yeah, definitely more to this than Alright, what do we got now? Alright, now this is the final thing here. The air feels wrong. Can't you sense it? Death awaits us. Who? Oh, it's you! I'm too happy to oblige. And people are pulling into the fight already when they're not gonna... It's fine. I'm gonna enjoy the cutscene. Like sheep before the wolf. And it's been sealed off. Okay. Yeah, so the fights, they're already fighting, but...
Who dares disturb the slumber of Ardath Thadalphos, rightful king of Ivalice? Descendants of House Beowulf? Then by my sword shall I banish your souls to the deepest hell.
Okay. We good? Alright.
Kneel and repent!
30% of the fight done already? Alright. So. The music itself reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy XII, though, for sure.
You are the blood to stain the circle! Does it grieve you to see the depths of your own weakness laid bare? Maggots!
How dirty to me. Shade of Emptiness. Probably want to destroy those.
You do not belong in my world. Step into nothing. I am the lies upon which you sup.
Ooh, that was cool effect.
You will be judged. The world
What?
has no place for such riches. Your claim to life is forfeit.
Temporary misdirection. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I can't control it. I just go forward. That's so cool. I can't see.
You will be judged.
Divine command turn.
I am Revelation! You will be judged. The world has no place for such wretches. Your claim to life is forfeit. Fool is the dog who bares his teeth before his master.
Okay. And that's it. Kind of a weird raid, but
Oh, gods, what have I done? Save me! Ramza! Save me!
same voice actor for Raban. Yeah, they definitely. I gotta look it up and see. Where, what the references is to, at least. I'm gonna need the music because. Do I care? Not really. What did I get? Hero. I got the 2 armor pieces there. All right, let's move on. There he is. Where am I? Mother. Ramza, and the Warrior of Light? Yes, I know of you, but that you should come to my rescue. Words fail me. A poor playwright I must be seen. What the fuck, assholes? What's this about? The term you are looking for is thank you. Upon which note I, Bahraman, Bounty Hunter, do humbly thank you, Warrior of Light, for delivering me this fine gift. Now hand under the Auracite, unless you wish to see the desert sands turn red. And be quick. Jijuk here does not have the steadiest of hands. That one. She'll bring it to me. Just do as you say. So they're bounty hunters, which seems like they, Yes, this is it. The Duma. And to think we found it so close to Doma. The Duma of Doma. See, they're so close to Doma. So that actually kind of... You idiot. No shit, really? You just shot your own man. Ah, enough. Boggy, we cannot have our guests think us on bread. You have what you want, you thieving lizards. Now unhand him. Of course, Abanga is always true to his word. I will be keeping this, though. Father, what was that? His, You've only yourself to blame for this, but if you mislike the thought, you could always blame the gods, not that they are listening. Get up, fool, we're leaving. What the hell? He just shot him! What? Wait, what? I'm so confused! What the fuck was that? I thought he shot him! I'm so confused. You're gonna be alright. We cannot see your father's hurts here. Come on. We must get him back to Prima Vista. Yeah, seriously, what? And he stole his, I guess it was like his playbook or whatever, maybe? Maybe about the legend of the, or whatever his research notes were about. And what is that Auracite that they're... He's out cold. He's unchanged. Father, wake up. Father! Please, mother, don't take him from us yet. Jonas remains deep in slumber, but his breathing is steady and his fever has subsided. For now, all we can do is wait. I sent word to Sid. I hope you don't mind. No, not at all. Okay, so that was our reason for visiting this place. Like, the only reason I knew of the location itself, or initially anyway, was because I was looking up just, like, the world map and, like, lore in general. And Rabanastre came up, and I was like, oh, this is, like... And it mentioned, like, oh, this is also the raid you go to. And it's like, oh, really? Okay. Because, again, I was trying to look for, like... world map and like try to have a better understanding of where things are located. Amma, Ramza, can you ever forgive me? And you said it was never my intention to put you into such trouble. I'm ever in your debt. You have done the same for me, Genomus. Besides, it was Samir here who went through all the trouble. If anyone deserves your thanks, it's him. He is right. I've done naught to deserve your kindness, yet it's been a fishery nonetheless. Can someone explain what's going on, though? Why did those bounty hunters come after you, and why were they after... What was that Auracite, and why did they steal that book from you? So, if I understand correctly, you're saying the Auracite does not work to facilitate the possession of a living host by an icon. It was, as was assumed to be the case with Ivalice and the Archbishop. But rather absorbs the host's aether, its very soul, and somehow transforms it before returning it to the host's body. If that's the case, our Charlian allies would need to be informed immediately. But I suppose the real question here is, did you find what you came looking for? The legend would have us believe that Delita Heriel, the commoner who would be king, was the sole hero of the Zodiac Grave story. But as I have discovered, there was another. 2 others, in fact. Siblings whose role faded from subsequent retelling of the story. A brother and a sister by the names of Ramza and Alma. Then, to prepare for this assignment, I pored over every published work of Ivalician legend I could lay my hands on, and nowhere did I find any mention of these siblings. Have you heard anything? Nope. But I did. They uncovered irrefutable evidence that Lita had a close companion named Ramza, who aided him in his rise to power. This in turn led me to Alma, and that I might never lose sight of the truth, I named my own children after those lost players. I'm sorry I never told you any of this, but you must believe me. Ivalice has never been a mere pastime of mine. It is and forever will be my calling, my purpose, my family's purpose. Go on. The world knows me as Genomus Sen Lexentiel, if this is but my stage name. My true name is Arslan Durai. Countless generations past, it is my ancestors who penned the Durai Papers, an account of Ivalice and the Wars of the Lions that details what truly occurred during the turbulent era. He's an ancestor of them. Interesting. Okay. You're tired, Father. Rest. I'll continue. Long ago, an orphan named Orandurai crossed paths with both Ramza and Delita. After Delita rises to power, Oran found himself in the service of the pauper became king. Following the War of Lions, Oran believed the people of Ivalice had a right to know the truth of Ramza's involvement, and set about documenting his deeds. When the church learned of his intent, however, they branded him a heretic and had him burned at the stake. The Durai Papers were never published, and any existing copies were gathered and sealed away in the church vaults. The truth about Ivalice along with them. What's so damning that it would drive the church to do such a thing? Oh, is he sick? The answer to the question can be found in this book, the only surviving transcript of my ancestors' chronicle, copied from an earlier draft and passed down for untold generations. With this, my father and I plan to reveal the truth and restore honor to my family name. Forbidden Chronicles, a secret family legacy. Not that I doubt you, Genomus, but how do you expect to convince people of all this when well nigh every soul in the realm believes Ivalice to be nothing but a bedtime story? By proving that it is anything but. And when people see that Ivalice was real, the rest will fall into place. Were it as simple as bringing forth the chronicle and submitting it for review, we would of course have done so long ago, but alas it is not. The Durai Papers, as you see, as written in High Ivalician, an ancient tongue long extinct. Really? Okay. My father, his father, and his father before him labored tirelessly to decipher the tome, but for want of other sources made only fitful progress. A word here, a phrase there. It wasn't until a recent expedition to Rabanastre turned up several well-preserved artifacts that were able to translate a small portion of the papers. The diary stolen by Bagnum... Ah, the bounty hunters, okay. I'm afraid so. Everything we had learned of the language was contained in those pages. Then we're back to where we started. Not necessarily. We still have the transcript, as well as some few translated passages. And of course, my father's impeccable memory. I have come too far to allow so simple a setback to deter me from my purpose. I'll show the world the truth of it is the last thing I do. Very admirable, that's for sure. It is as Master Garland said. He is a man obsessed, and I fear Ivalice's grip on him will only grow tighter. She's whispering to me. Father was fortunate enough to escape Rabanastre with his life, and already he speaks of continuing his quest. Promise me you'll keep him safe. Please? I'll do my best, I guess. We'll see where the rest of this goes. Oh, he has another one. Okay, so what was so special about the other one that he stole then? Alright, back in Kugane. After what I've seen here, I'm all but convinced that Ivalice exists, at least in some form. The problem will be gathering sufficient evidence to convince the thousands of scholars and historians who have based their careers on the presumption that it does not. Not that I have ever been one to shy from a challenge, especially when it means that the story of the century. If you're in, Samir, then I'm in. If you're not in, well, I'm still in. Either way, you'll be hearing from me again soon. That much I promise. Okay, and that probably is where like the patch ended. And then when a subsequent patch came out, it was like, yep, hey, this the next storyline. Talk to Lena here to continue on where we left off before. So, which we'll do that right now. Let's see. She's been waiting for a mile of some kind. Samir, where in the world have you been? I don't know, dealing with Omega and some other things as well. A lot of stuff came out in 4.1, you know? Or 1.2 even. Samir, where in the world have you been? Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Lexentail research into Auracite may finally borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand and perilous adventure without us. Alright, let's go. In her message, Alma mentioned a guest from Charlian. Someone your companion Sid Garland believed might be able to assist in the principal's research. An archetype, I think is the term she used. I wonder if it's a fellow scion, which would have to be either well, either Kryle or oh my god, why do I always forget her name now? Fuck. Well, we'll see if she shows up. Samir, Lady Merrill, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Charlian, and I thought it would only right that you'd be present to hear her findings. And to be frank, summoning Mikoto was more Y'shtola's idea. Y'shtola, that's I'll keep forgetting her name, but okay, it's not Y'shtola I was thinking of. Mikoto's another person. I simply came along to see what light she could shed on this mystery. An aura, okay. Have I? No, I have not met you. I am Mikoto of House Jinba, a Doman, though my years in Charlian have made me a stranger here. You must be Samir the Knight, fabled liberator of men, slayer false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller. I'm pretty damn tall, damn it. Okay. Well, nice to meet you too. Okay, so that was the Auracite that we were looking at earlier. Let us speak of the crystal. Ahem. The Oitis, one of but many Auracite shards that aided Noble Delita's ride to Origin. What, she have a hard time starting somewhere? My apologies. Though this is no ordinary crystal, even discounting its obvious historical importance, the specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementally aspected energies. It is, rather, an ethereal lodestone whose facilitations of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequencies NRR-type harmonic vibrations have been observed to promote ethereal applications. What? Oh god, is she about to go like on a really long... Resulting neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly and unique eminence of CRPS. Oh god. Instead of radiating outward with a determined factor of dispersal, instead they resonate inward at a frequency so labored. Oh my god, oh my god. But I must admit I lack sufficient variance to completely, truly comprehensively, graphically assess. Oh my god. Even I couldn't. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the academy, it will earn you only blank looks here. Take a deep breath and try it again. This time in language those of us without the echo might comprehend. My apologies, I merely thought. I'm the only one. The apologies will see us know the answer. A simple explanation will. Yeah, please. Simpler, right. Aether is not only the building blocks of all things material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, one's very will are all understood to be ethereal phenomena and can be measured as such. Unlike most crystals, which only can emit elemental energies, Auracite in turn is tuned not only to absorb aether, but aether specific to the immaterial. Interesting. Okay, so it can absorb things like memories and things like that. The aether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitates release. Okay, so you can... yeah, I get it. I got it this time. Try again. Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted on the Auracite and stored until fulmination, at which time the desire becomes manifest. I think we get it. Fulmination. What my studious young friend is trying to say is that the Odious takes one's deepest fantasies and make them reality. Ah, yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to that of summoning a primal. Really? Okay, there being one marked difference. Primal summonings require a supplemental energy source, such as a horde of elementally charged crystals. Auracite, on the other hand, has a capacity to serve as its own source of power. That's dangerous in the wrong hands. Alright, and I'm probably explaining how that all works. Considering I'm an expert in the matter, we know that from the derived papers that Argoth was never king of Ivalice. He was slain in battle during the War of Lions. Yet the Argoth encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Auracite in his possession making manifest, realizing his desire to rule. I'm informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. If that is the case, it is possible that it was not actually Argoth who uttered them, but the Auracite itself. If the dry papers are accurate, Argoth was weak and a petty noble who believed that his blood entitled him to power. The Auracite took that belief and twisted it into an abomination. We, Samir put to the sword. Ah, so that was the thing that we slain down below. And, the Auracite popped out of it when we killed it. Got it. Okay. Understood. I was wondering what that thing was. Then he's saying this crystal could prove a threat. The Auracite, Alma, and not necessarily. Ramza seemed to fare well enough. There was no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifacts he gathered. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. Yeah, in the wrong hands, could be bad. To paraphrase, it is not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes, it was Emperor Galva's justification for taking the marvels of Magitech and applying them to manufacture of arms, where, after all, was the harm if it allowed him to bring order to the three great continents. You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular. I do begin to wonder if they, like Magitech, are produced products of science and not nature. That they were created by someone to... But who? What manner of person would even be able to capable of such a feat? Blank stares all around. Oh. What's going on? Now that is an interesting question. The answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regardless, I have pressing matters to attend to elsewhere. Fear not, however, Mikoto's insight will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. I imagine he has something to do in regards to Omega, but... What I don't understand is, if the Duma was imprinted with Argot's deepest desires, then whose desires are rattling about inside the Otios? I had the self-same question, and thus conducted a thorough inspection of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes, the vessel was empty. Empty? What are the voices I heard? You heard... voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voices you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. Ramza, why won't you... Shall we speak of voices, then? What of yours, Alma? Our resonant voice of dissent. You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Would you put your petty worries above our family's calling? Okay, you're being an ass, dude. No, I would never. You would never? Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole? Please tell me you can see that. That is a Moogle. And don't you dare call them a flying mole. They are much more precious than that. That's funny. I guess he wasn't expecting that. He just kind of added it to the... You're being an ass, Ramza. Tone it down a notch. Ah, a Moogle. Yes. A Moogle. And a slightly dusty one at that. Might this be one of your acquaintances, Samir? I don't think so. I've never seen one with a white palm. Most intriguing. Is it alive? It's nothing like I've ever seen before. Can we keep it? It's not a pet. Don't just stand there. Get rid of the thing. You're the liberator. Liberate this vessel of this pest. Calm down. Calm down. Can we help you, friend? Am I interrupting? Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troop ranks can wait until we have said their piece, Kupo. Guards, get this. Montblanc. The name is Montblanc. Denizen of Damascus deserts, seeker of thrills, adventure extraordinaire. But you may call me Montblanc, Kupo. Damascus has long been known as a melting pot for myriad cultures, where minor races such as the Sikh, Bunga, and the Vieira might live in relative harmony with Hyur, Elzen, Elysian, and others. Yet there's no record of a prominent Moogle population. Most likely because we are neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and the freedom she promises, Kupo. Moogle. Of course I'm a Moogle, Kupo. You'd think the adorable wings and fluffy palm would have given it away. Now, about my admission to the majestic... I will allow no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theater company. We will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. And furthermore, how in the world did this abomination aboard the Prima Vista in the first place? Rude. Oh, he's crying. By means of wings, were I to guess. As for his mission to our company, I do not seem to recall race, creed, or allegiance on my list of prerequisites. Do you? No, father. Very well then, Monteblack. What exactly is it you call... What is it exactly that you call to the stage? Our stage. What else? The Zodiac Brave story, Kupo. Never before have I witnessed something so amazing, so moving. Sitting, well, technically hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special, something positively transcendental, Kupo. It was then I realized that I either had to be part of it or go to my grave a bitter and broken Moogle. Was this revolution before or after you swore you simply had to become the realm's greatest marauder, Kupo? Oh my god, another one? He's like, oh no, there's more. Birdie, how did you... Perhaps you'd have more success of running away if you didn't reveal your grand designs to every other fool you have happened to meet, Kupo. Was it not but 2 nights ago you took up an axe, Kupo? Now here you are possessing your passion for the stage before carving even a single notch into your hatch. Do you not remember? To he who churns the butter goes the sweetest bread? But how is one to savor said buttered bread if his head is in the belly of a fearsome beast? You accuse me of giving up when I merely came to the realization that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change in course could I reach my final destination, Kupo. And that destination is what? Remember? And you sure it's not Geomancer, Arithmetician, Templar? Do not bother answering, Kupo. We all know you'll be singing a different tune come Cockcrow. That is where you are mistaken, Hurdy. I was destined to be a thespian. I can feel it in my fur. The role of Deltia was made for me. Made for me, Kupo. And they're arguing. Kupo, 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 Kupo. Enough! The actors in the company train at the Empire's finest institutes. They represent the pinnacle of profession not only in Garlemald but across the entire world. A vigorant bat-mole like you could never hope to share a stage with such an artist, let alone play with part of a hero like Delita. And you yourself admitted you were too craven to face a solitary beast. How do you imagine you would fare against a pack of theater critics? Any troop would need proof of valor before it could even consider. Oh, he's going up in his face. Craven, call me a cheat and call me a cur, but do not, sir, call me Craven. I accept your challenge. Slay but one foul beast by my own hand, and the majestic theater company will accept me into its ranks, Kupo. Wait, I issue no such. You're all here witnesses, Kupo. When I return with the head of a terrible beast in my gore-stained hands, you'll be honor-bound to welcome me. Won't black the murmur. Into the fabled ranks of the majestic. Good day. I didn't issue a challenge. Wonderful. What do we do now? What do? We do nothing. If that Batmole wishes to throw himself on the horns of a stampeding Dizzo, I'll not stand in his way. I believe the proper term is derogation is Molebat, and I should warn you, Moogles do not take kindly to those who use it. Why must you always put yourself above others, brother? Did you not learn nothing from Agras's wretched example? Mom would never have set off on this fool's errand had you not made the challenge. If anything befalls my brother, his blood will be on your hands. Samira, you're the only one among us capable of locating Mount Black and preventing disaster. On behalf of my brother, I beg your assistance. Why are you putting me into this? Whew, okay. Oh my god, it's almost 8 o'clock already. You saw the poor Mongol. We won't last a day on his own. Bring him back. Wait, so you know something specific about the Duma? Because that was the one that they... I saw the ruins of... The Duma was the manifestation desires of the owner. Oh, okay, so that one specifically that they stole was from the king, the one who said he wanted to be king. And the tomb broken, ring the crystal empty once more. So why did they want that one specifically? Okay, what am I doing here? Your brother can be rather simple-minded when it comes to such matters. Thinking to impress the Warrior of Light and his companions, Mont Black would likely choose a scene of your recent exploits to prove his worth. Meaning Rabanastre, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my language, but that Razma really is an incurable little prick. Isn't he not? How dare he speak to his sister and the Mughal in that matter? I couldn't decide which was worse, the thing he said or the way the principal sat back and let him say them. That's speaking of you, Genomius. But I suppose that is none of our concern. From now on, let us concentrate on the task at hand, finding that Mughal before he does something he will all regret. Let's say we start nearby. Pier 2, perhaps? Seriously, Genomius, why don't you say something? You just let him fucking say that. Alright, are we gonna have the dungeon unlocked here soon, or like what? I'm gonna take a short break here just to grab some water real quick. So bear with me for just a moment and we'll be right back. Whoa, I'll drop my controller while I'm at it. All right, we're back. Let's press on with the story here, yeah? I hope we can get to the next raid by the end of today's stream, but we'll see how things go here. Why are they both? Speak with an or Horde, one of the two. The Falcon Porter tells us that he set traveling blacksmith away to Yanji, not a Bell Pass. And why would that be of interest to us, you ask? Because said pillar of iron and steel was seemed to be carrying a bag stuffed to the brim with, and I quote, an albino mole fur and purple bat wings. Mon Black. Not that we look like that, Kupo. The quickest road into Damascus is via the One River and its western tributaries. If Malik is bound to Rabanastre, he will seek passage from the glistening basin. The One River. So, hold on, let's see here. Right, okay. Well, this is the One River. And I guess that means, like, if you... Yeah, that also, again, confirms that, like, you know, you're here, this is the river here. You're gonna be crossing, you know, west to go this way, because it's eventually... Yeah, so... Alright, well, let's head into, We haven't been to Yanja in a little while. Got a little ways to go, though. Right, I forgot there was like some side quest over here that I can actually do too. I forgot what the two of them are. I know one of them is like a, I think one of them is a Beast Tribe quest over here, but I don't know about the other one though. So that's possibly some content that we can potentially do as well. You two are not gonna help. You just gotta kind of stand there and watch. I suppose I'll help. And fight the red chocobos. Probably should have switched to Black Mage first, but sure. Oh my god, how do they know this? Okay, I know that's a blue mage spell that you can learn. Because I've seen some blue mages use that. Which must mean you might have to go to that raid to actually even learn it. Because they show up in the raid. That we just did, the Royal Silver Rabanastre. Which doesn't make much sense. I would think... Well, I don't know. haven't seen many like parties online of full 24-man blue mage parties. That would be kind of ridiculous. Can't even handle some of these, huh? Come on, mate. There's no need to be stubborn about this. What are you thinking? Have you idea what you put your brother through? He's been worried sick. Both Horty and Rams were right along. I'm a failure. A flop. A flailing, flapping, foppish failure, Kupo. How could I play the part of a hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird? The audience would see right through me, the spineless jellyfish that I am. No, wait, Mont Black. Not everyone can be a hero. Neither most heroes. Yes, the bard sings of the man who deals the final blow, but what of his cadre of loyal companions? Do you think Delta united Ivalice on his own? Do you think Simir here was alone when he liberated Alamigo? You're never alone on the battlefield. That much is true. Never alone? So you're saying you'll always be there for me? Mont Black? I think he was speaking metaphorically. Let us not dwell on the details. The day is saved, and Mont Black has escaped sans scratch or single or singe to show for it. We should return to the Prima Vista before our luck runs out. Alright, this seems to be like a little bit of a minor thing to deal with in between the next raid here. Now you're gonna make me go back. God damn it. Alright. What's the next raid? I want to get to that. What's the closest thing? The markets. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Ba dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh. Really, guys? Really? You really want to pick a fight with me right now? Please, the ship is a place of peace. Release my sister or you will answer to me. Guys, you're surrounded. Just pointing it that way. When the cat's away... Put that damn little thing down, Ramza. You're not helping matters. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We only seek aid in finding our leader, Bagamanan. You seek our help? You who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made us fools of all of us? Never. Silence, Rama. They have Alma. We will hear what they have to say. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. We only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer your journal as an act of good faith. Really? Okay. An audience with whom? Yeah, you. You have a gun in your hand, you idiot. Okay, then. This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the Auracite. Who are you trying to have audience with? You're saying that the crystal did something to our captain. Okay, so the crystal... I still want to know who the hell you were trying to seek an audience with, but sure, the crystal may have absorbed his soul or whatever, is what you're trying to say. He's wearing the Shire Philosopher thing, I noticed, but... After being emptied of Argos's will, the Duma sought that of another to sate its appetite for Aether. You're saying the crystal ate our captain? Not his body, no, only his soul. His soul? Tell me, what in your opinion was your leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in the world? You don't know? Why waste your breath reasoning with these this motherfucker? I want to slap this kid so hard. First small bats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison. The boy can call us what he pleases. For our past failings, we deserve no better. Okay, he is a Garlean. I see the eye in his middle of his thing there. His forehead. 30 summers have come and gone, yet not a night goes by that I do not wake and sweat at the memory. We were Fusiliers at the Dalmascan army, stationed in the royal stronghold at Nalbina. Okay. Nalbina Fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the 4th Legion proved a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Dalmascan morale and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. Okay, we're learning a little bit of history here. Bagama was our captain, and once it was clear that the day would not be ours, Prince Rosler, commander of the garrison at Nobel, tasked him with one final mission. Our unit was to escort His Highness's twin sister, the Princess Ashelia, away from the fortress and thence to safety, but things did not go as planned. Yeah, these are very reminiscent of Final Fantasy XII. Very reminiscent. It might not be, and it's like more like a tactics thing, but still, these remind me of 12 a lot. I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arm. But a stone's throw away from the Garmacite Guardaway drains into the sea. Even as the fog of death descended upon her, she smiled and told us, the very people who had failed her to survive for as long as ever, even as a single Dalmatian stood, our nation would never truly perish. But it should not be us who have been, it should not have been us who survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed the prince and her memory, and brought shame upon our race. So yes, we were not but cold-blooded lizards deserving whatever scorn you deigned to heap on us. I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred towards the invaders of his homeland. I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred toward the invaders of his homeland, coupled with a self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Gamnan is little different from that of which drove Argoth, the self-same emotion that we were to nourish the Duma. Stop speaking your riddles, Charlian. She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster, or rather, more of one. Garlean lies. What they say is true. If we do not find Bagaman and Doma soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all? Wait, look at this. Something has been added to the final page of my journal. This... Then the captain must have put it there. Only he had access to it. Until we found it in the pack he left behind, that is. Is this... Dalmascan? Indeed, it says... Ridorana. The lighthouse. Why would he write that? And in an old man's journal, no less. In the Dalmascan language. There's a place on the Vilnard Sea, far south of Rabanastre, where the ocean tumbles onto a gaping maw more than a mama across. Ridorana Cataract. Legend would have us believe that this is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Many scholars seeking to prove otherwise have descended into the chasm, some even by airship, but not one has returned. Interesting. Well, I'm about to go there myself and prove that it's nothing wrong, or just kill whatever is causing everyone to get killed down there. We Banga live long. Any other race would think it's a blessing, but to me and mine it is a curse. More summers means more suffering. It's all true. My brother and I were fossiliers in the royal family, and Bagaman was our captain. We only laid down our flintlocks once we realized our failure. Ever since laying hands on the Duma, Bagaman has acted strangely. He's begun speaking to the stone as if it were Prince Rouser himself. At first, my brother and I thought it was in jest, but he continued long after he thought us all Abed. Okay. Well, what are we doing? I must admit to knowing little of Ridorana, save that which Lady Mikoto shared with us. Before we expend valuable time and resources traveling to so remote a place, I must review my notes and see if there is any mention of the Abyss. We shall send word for you as soon as we learn aught of interest. It is not what you think it is. It's proving to be quite the enigma. With every answer comes countless new questions. This may take longer than I expected, but you are doubtless eager to know why I requested your presence. Our resident dramaturge mentioned there was something he wished to ask of you. As my work is here is far from complete, I wonder if you might not indulge the man with you while you wait. Sure? Okay, more side content. There's few so loath to take the rest, than ventures without a quest. For sure no fork to give them worth, they soon become a source of mirth. Adventure will find me in time, quoth the man idling in an airship. Adventure will find me in time, no worries. Ah, but it has, my friend, it has. My colleagues tell me that if one in this land ever needs an item fetched, that you are the man to speak to. I find this philanthropic compulsion fascinating, and so, in the interest of research into my next play, let's say, I seek to put some compulsion to the test. Assuming you're our game, of course. Bring me a bottle of wine, but not just any wine. Make it rose-themed, and make it a Yorzian. I've had my fill of the bitter blends offered here in the East. Where to start? Oh, if only there was some port of where thirsty Yorzians went for their wine, you would surely be there speaking with its foremost blind Lalafin Vitner, and not here with me. You want me to go get you wine? Are you fucking serious? Okay, I guess. The things I do. Okay, wine port? Really? Oh, right, yeah. The guy who works here, who manages the place, is blind. God, it's been forever since I've been over here. Like on a quest, really. Story-wise, you come here at some point, but you know, and you have to deal with stuff over here with this guy here, but soy and spice sprinkled with subtle subcon of the steppe. You have traveled far, my friend. What is it you seek here in Wineport? A rose-themed wine. You would be hard-pressed to find a wine that did not display such hint of rose, so we assume that your client was not referring to a desired bouquet. Perhaps a name or a label or a bottle, yes. I seem to recall a certain vintage rosé sold in crystal bottles with a single rose on the label. Alas, I have nothing as rare amongst my personal stock. As for who might, well, there's always Brilliant, I suppose. Okay. Was this the cook in here? Yeah, we had some quests with him back with the main story a long time ago. Only an uncultured fool would select a wine based solely on its bottle. As it happens, however, said fool would be undeservedly rewarded with one of Wilburn's best wines were he to select a vintage Sud Vianja. Not that your client would have the palate to properly appreciate its depth and complexity. But let us dispense with the pretense. You are the fool in question, and do not bother to deny it. A fool who has aimed too high. One of your standing could live 1,000 lifetimes and still not amass the wealth required to purchase even an empty bottle. Come on, mate, you know who I am. Oh, price is not no object, is it? Huh. Even if I believed you, and I do not, I have a reputation to uphold as a vinter and a viticulturist. Were my clients learn I was peddling the choice of my clutch to the likes of you, they would never do my business with me again. You do know who I am, right? Bah, alright, just to see the back of you. Just to see the back of you. I should do the kindness of directing your steps onto one who might take pity on your plight, assuming he does not find amusement in it. Master Gegarujo of Coast of the Soul, but do not tell him I sent you. Like mate, I am super famous. Not trying to brag here, but fuck. I have a pretty high standing right now. You can say that about the person I'm trying to get it for. Gegaruju, we've dealt with you several times. Samir, it's always a pleasure, and I do mean that. My ladies inform me you come inquiring after a bottle of Suru Viadaja. I don't know how to say it, but I told them they must be mistaken. Not even you would be foolish enough to think that you could. Well, oh, you are serious. Samir, you do realize one could purchase an entire estate in mist for the price of a single bottle, or 5 estates for the price of 5 bottles, which happens to be the number of bottles of Sujin I have in my collection. Now, I'm not an unreasonable man. Let none say that Venerable Gegaruju does not value a friendship as deep as the one you and I have forged. So in my boundless generosity, I offer you the opportunity for a trade. A bottle of vintage Sud Virginia for a mere magnum of fine Dalmascan. What's that? Never heard of this stuff. I thought I was talking to a fellow connoisseur. I pity the poor vinter back in Wineport who will have to educate you. Until then, my friend, the offer stands. Okay, so I need to find a bottle of Dalmascan, whatever that is. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I'm going over there. Okay. At least this guy is pleasure, you know, nice to actually be around. He would at least tell me. And now Damascan wine? Might I interest you in an aged Lumincian red instead? No, I thought not. Well, then you have your work cut out for you. There was a time Damascan wine was fairly easy to procure, even here in Valbrind, but that was before the Empire raised the better part of the kingdom, vineyards and all. If there are any surviving bottles, it would be those that were exported before the Imperial invasion, over 30 summers past, though I've not encountered any in a decade or more, either at auction or in private hands. Collectors are covetous creatures. If one were to have somehow acquired a bottle, there's little chance he'd be willing to part with such a treasure, which leaves only those brought over by the few Dalmatians refugees who fled to Eorzea. Okay. Who's dressed? Wait, that guy? This guy that was... I don't remember who this person was. This is like... Okay, the place over here where we're going to, there's a person who's like living in a shack over here. And there's some main story stuff here as well, but I don't remember what his story was. Again, this is all Roman-born related stuff. Was he from Dalmasca? I really can't sleep, they won't let me. The midgets won't let me. They buzz and they scream. He was from Dalmasca, okay. I'm gonna have to look this up again because I really don't remember the quest. This guy here we helped out a long time ago, but I know you. You were here before. You sent away the midges. They came back though. They always come back. They mock me. Tell me when I can go, never go home. I just want to go home. I can't stand it here anymore. It's alright, friend. You're fine. Wine. My wife loved wine. We would drink a glass of Valiance every night before sunset. She always keep the cork. Always thought that odd. What good is a cork? Toss it in the midden heap along with the bottle, I'd say, but she... Search for an empty wine bottle. Do you... We find several empty wine bottles among the rubble. One in particular calls out to you. Take it to Charlie to confirm its origin. Okay, that's all I really came to this guy for? Oh my god, wow. Like, I honestly completely forgot about this guy, and I feel kind of bad because he's obviously, like, in a really kind of bad mental state, but, like, like, I wish we would get some people to help him. How is dressed? I do hope your visit did not disquiet the poor soul. So you brought me an empty bottle. Ah, but what is this? The cork remains in place. That is most fortunate. If an adequate seal is made, there may be still traces of wine within. May I? Flamboyant yet elegant. A thought-provoking blend of kukuro beans and cinnamon with just a hint of... Is that rosemary? A veritable kaleidoscope of both opulence and refinement. Oh, are you thinking you'll be able to recreate it for me? Long has it been since I've encountered a bouquet of such complexity. Yet I recall as if it were yesterday. Without question, this bottle was once held a Damascan Le Monde red by the name of Ivalice. I think I would have the opportunity to experience it again after so many summers. But I suspect Master Gagaruji will not be satisfied with a sniff as is. As I. Now, without scruples might see the empty bottle as a basis for ruse. Oh my god, Hancock, what the fuck are you doing here? One's mad ruse, another man's kaikaku. Kaikaku. Hancock, what the fuck are you doing here? Over the years, I have heard numerous dealings with the Lord of Costa del Sol, and while he is many things, an expert of wines is not one of them. Not that it would matter if he were. Men of his standing invariably find more joy in boasting of their acquisitions than in consuming them. In all likelihood, Master Gagaruji will never ever open the bottle, rendering the provenance of its contents practically irrelevant. Ah, but where are my manners? These forays back to the western climes always brings out the barbarian in me. It's a pleasure, Samir. Lest you wonder at my presence here, my employers see promise in the Hingan wine trade, and desire the establishment of a viable route twixt and east and west. I am come to see their plan to fruition. But returning to your dilemma, I believe that I may be of assistance. I just so happen to have on my person several samples of Hingan wine made with grapes similar to those once found in Dalmasca. For a close acquaintance, I would be more than willing to part with one, that he might fill his empty vessel. But that would be unjust. As a maker of wine, I cannot allow it. Master Gagaruji has cozened more of his clients than he can count. How do you think the man amasses fortune? By playing fair? Would that the world were thus? But I'm here to tell you that it's not. So it is decided then. We shall employ the sea as our morally justified means to a happy end. Wait, this is a fool's errand. Oh fuck, he just like... I didn't agree to this. Then let's be glad our quarry is a fool himself. Really, Hank? Ugh. Now, if you excuse me, I must go and tell gentle citizens of Wineport why they should be drinking Hingan. Good day. Sorry. Shamani, I saw nothing. Nothing at all. Well, quite true, because you're blind. All right. Let's get our wine, I guess. By the gods, you actually found one? A bottle of Damascan wine. Oh ho! We must uncork it right away. Sure you want to do that? Yes, a lush bouquet of hibiscus dignification coupled with earthen undertones and so forth. Yeah, he doesn't know shit. Oh my god, that's funny. I have my ways. And a promise is a promise. Ladies, a bottle of suited vagina, if you please. Why is that one with Kate sit on there? Take whichever one you fancy, except for the one with the rose. That's my favorite. Or whichever you fancy. Oh my god, I swear to god. Are you sure any of these are actually... Oh my god. Thank you very much. I appreciate the... something. Well, I hope it is. We'll see, I suppose. Well, back to Kugane. See y'all later. Whoosh. Okay, what was the point in this? I'm kind of pissed because it's like I'm here to do like a fucking quest line for these raids, and yet I'm being involved in this BS. Like, it's a little annoying. And given the time frame, I'm not gonna have time for the next raid most likely. Well, they say the rose is a rose of rose. So tell me, Venture, is that a rose in your pocket, or are you simply here to small talk? A bottle of Venture's Sud Vagina. You never cease to amaze. What is most amazing is your impeccable sense of timing. Today marks the 12th anniversary of the day I met my dear wife, and if there was one thing she loved more than wine, it was roses. Would that she were here today too. Oh, I'm sorry. But I jest, my wife is very much alive, in fact. Hey, what? You ass! What the fuck? You ass. Did he just change jobs? What? Turn into a cook all of a sudden? Bacon bread, the perfect combination for a perfect wine, for my perfect companion. Oh, darling, I think I might have been the best anniversary yet. Dude, I'm gonna kill you. That played out better than I imagined. I suppose I have you to thank, Adventure. That was the bacon bread that sealed it. Yes. Is Spencer Jones here, I call him? Perhaps he's made some progress with his research and requires your assistance. You had best not keep him waiting. Oh, fucking hell. That was a complete waste of time. Okay, I hate quests like that. It's like... What was the point? What was literally the point? It was literally filler. They could have taken that whole quest out. Oh, hey, I need some time to go through this. I'll call you when I need to. Quest is done. And then here. Hope these past few turns of the sun have proved productive for you as they have for us. No, they have not. I spent a couple days just traveling between here and Eorzea just to get this guy a bottle of fucking wine. No, it was not worth it. Alright, they have completed their investigation of Ridorana. Alright, let's find out what this is all about. Ridorana is the name of both a massive gap in the southern Valdern Sea and the lighthouse once manned by the Royal Damascan Navy to prevent ships from succumbing to the cataract's currents. I stress once manned, as the tower now has lain empty since its candle keeps abandoned their post after the fall of the Rabanastre. But if Faust Sirius offers any indication of what can befall a lighthouse in the absence of its caretakers, good point. where we have 2 dungeons that we've gone through in regards to that. Yes, but the real question is how all of this ties in with the Ivalician legend. A cursory examination of Zodiac Wraith's story reveals no mention of a Ridurana. Yet it seems foolish to assume that a name could not change in the centuries since the tale was writ. So I thought to cross-reference text on modern Islevardian history with our translations for the Durai papers. And after exhaustive re-examination of my ancestors' notes, I discovered that there was not a single entry of Ridurana. And while oh my god, this music. And while mention of the Valorant Sea was abdomen, I found no reference. This is overly loud right now. Whatsoever to a cataract or lighthouse within its quarters. Okay. So we have nothing. Ramses' discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there were no mystery at all? What if, at the time of Delita's rise, the chasm did not yet exist? There is more, but only a visit to the lighthouse will enable us to confirm our theories with any certainty. Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's go. You would be wise to provision for a trip here in Hingashi. Adventure is always prepared, of course. Now, I'm wondering where... So, again, far to the south, so... Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay, so they weren't kidding about a chasm in the ocean there. And there's the lighthouse. Whoa. Something is very wrong here. Perhaps it's best we split our fellowship into 2 parties. One to delve into the tower's depths, and one to observe from afar. As acting expedition sub-leader, I appoint you captain of the first. You may use a spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. Damn it, brother, where are you? Okay, do I need to turn on the sound effects or something? What the fuck? Alright, here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put everything to like 70. Performance? Oh, that's like the music thing. Okay, that's finally a dude. I'm gonna keep that like 80. Alright, I'll keep the music at 100. Okay. That looks like it has seen better days. I dare say we have a handful of Imperial dreadnoughts and 30 years of disrepair to thank for that. Shivering? Me? My fur is simply standing on end from all the ambient ether. Yes, ambient ether, ambient ether in the area. Can't you feel it, Kupo? Oh, this place is definitely something for sure. Where in the king's name are you hiding, Captain? Don't worry, Captain. There's a lot of us with us. This lot are here with us. They won't hurt you. Well, there's my destination, but I want to take a closer look here. Well, probably the beginning of our raid here, if anything. I'm looking while I have a chance here. Okay. I'm not gonna see much here, so. Yeah, we'll definitely do the next 24-man next time. I didn't expect the story stuff would take so long. And we jumped into this right from the beginning, and it was still took a while, but it's just kind of interesting. This location appears to offer an adequate view. Climb up and scan the area for any signs of Bagaman. Oh wow, we haven't done one of these in a while. Okay. All right, just looking around here while I have a chance. All right, more than likely though, what we're looking for is going to be over here. And that's full zoom already. Okay. Really? I was just literally walking down there. I'm literally climbed up from down here where... God damn it. What the fuck? Are you serious? He's literally right there. You found them. Let me see. He needs our help. Let's go. Prince Rauser, Princess Ashlia, I know you cannot forgive me. Nor should you. It is all my fault. I cannot save you. I cannot save anyone. Anyone but myself. I am so sorry. Bagamnon, wait! Oh my god, we just turned into Imperials. Traitors, have you no pride? You cheat with the very men who laid waste to our homeland? You're mistaken, brother. There are Imperials here. We've come to help. I know what I see. My own kin sided with the enemy. How dare you stay with audience with the... How dare you stay my audience with the princess? Yeah, he's out of it. The Duma. It hasn't, Kupo. It's showing him what he wants to see. Witch. Murderess. Wait, that was Lydia. Not Lydia. Livia. Oh. Gunfire. Did I knock him out? I think I did. So this is the end. Recite the words. Satisfy the covenant. Relinquish thy soul unto me, and be granted that which thou desirest most in the world. Sword in hand, a warrior, clutch a stone to their breast. Look at me, brother. Look at me. In sword, etched he his fading memories. Don't you die, not yet. In stone, his tempered skill. We promised we'd all go together when our time came. You can't leave us here. By stone attested, by stone revealed. Oh shit. Where have I seen this before? Oh no. Whatever you're doing, you need to leave the lighthouse right away. Right away, do you hear me? Something going wrong? What happened? Don't tell me he's gone. He's not. He's stronger than that. Yeah, sure he did. There can be no doubt now. In the wrong hands, the Auracite is a danger to us all. Something must be done, and quickly. He's not dead yet. I saw the light leave his eyes, and now we're alone. We can still save him. I think we can. According to my father, the Rary Paper speaks of the Auracite as a holy stone, but I see nothing holy in what it did to Argoth and Bugman. Most interesting twist. I had assumed the Auracite would act more swiftly upon the weak-willed, but mayhaps I was mistaken. Could it be that the opposite is true? That those opposed of a strong will are more susceptible of its influences, not less. There's so many questions. But we are not entirely without answers. Is there aught else you wish to know? Okay. We can talk to you and kind of get more questions answered as we see fit here. For more lore stuff. Is that what we fear then? His soul is lost. I have a feeling we can save him. World map? It must be world map from like... Well, I'm gonna have to look and play it at some point. Here it is. Okay, so this is the quest for the raid, finally. The solid plan of action must be devised before facing the Banga transformed. Much as I would wish it were otherwise, I fear Bogman is beyond saving. Yet, we cannot suffer what is left of him to become a distraction. Father, is now not the time to abandon this quest? We're meddling with forces beyond... Enough, Alma. We adults are talking. You fucking... I want to slap this kid every time he talks bad to his sister. You talk bad to your sister? Smack. Like, talk like that again. I dare you. We adults are talking. While Samir we were searching for the lizard, I inspected an area of exposed foundation at the base of the lighthouse. And... Dude, you're just gonna let your son talk to your daughter that way? You ass. And you were right, father. The lighthouse is built squarely atop the ruins of what could be the clockwork city of Gog. The what work city of who? According to the Zodiac Brave story, this clockwork city of Gog was a metallic metropolis wherein airships, automata, and other technological marvels of the age were first conceived. Little is said about its location, however, said that it was far away. While the dry papers do not say a great deal more, they do mention that the landing upon which the legendary city was built was severely limited. The land upon which it was an inconvenience that forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. Which led me to ask, what if the reason land was limited was because the land in question was an island? But that still would not explain the omission of the cataract. It is inconceivable that the authors would neglect to mention so prominent a landmark had it existed. And then I found it. A lone passage along regarding Gog's fall. While the particulars were missing, it appears the city was abandoned after an explosion. Left half of it in ruin. That's probably what caused the cataract, the rift, or the chasm. It collapsed the city that was under the ocean and caused the rift. I believe that the explosion may have undermined a portion of the seabed. It needs only have been a small area at first, but one that could have well gone unnoticed during the Exodus. As time passed, however, the waters would have continued to wear away at the rock, slowly widening the gap until we have what lies beneath us today. This would explain why there is no mention of Ridorana prior to the present era. Come, father, you will not tell them the rest of the possibility that we Garlands are descended in part from the displaced citizens of Gog. Alright. I guess they are full Garlean. His father seems to be, at least. Again, I can't see a thing on his eye because his hair is in the way, but it explains how the Empire was able to forge its armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Allegan technology. They had automata before that. Interesting. But that was like in the 5th era? No, the 5th era? And it may also explain why the legend of Ivalice has resonated with our people for so long, despite the fact that the Lost Kingdom was, as far as we can tell, in quite a different corner of the world. An interesting if somewhat ambitious theory, but to return to the original claim, it is your belief that the Ridorana lighthouse stands on top of what is left of... That necklace. Where did you get it, girl? This? It was my mother's. Your mother's? It was my late wife's most cherished possession. Why do you ask? Gammon had a talisman he would wear beneath his jerkin. He refused to take it off, even when bathing. He said it was special. I only saw it a few times, but it looked exactly like the one your daughter wears. And what are you implying, Lizard? That my sister stole it? Or my late mother? Neither. I spoke of their similarity, that is all. Can you believe the nerve of this boy? Seriously! Another punch! Just, dude, calm your tits! Boom! Enough, Ramza. Our guests are merely concerned with the well-being of their kin. I think I see where this is going, though. Wait, no. Again, this would have been like 30 years ago when Dalmasca fell. Did the person they were the princess? Did she not actually die? They thought she died, but she wasn't, and that was their mother? Who died not that long ago then? But of our kin. But what of our kin? What of them, Ramza? Do you imagine our kin to be better than theirs in some way? Or anyone else for that matter? I apologize, Father. Can you fucking like reprimand your kid, please? We have but one purpose, son, and that's to prove the existence of Ivalice and clear our family's name. Do not allow anger or hate to lead you from that path. Now, we have a lost city to explore. Okay. Well, with that, we're gonna deal with that next time. Because the queue time itself for that might take a while. Let's see, I'm just curious. Yeah, 15 minutes. We'll deal with that next time on Friday. And hopefully get through the rest of the story and not have so much fucking filler in between stuff. That we can actually get into the last part of all this. Story-wise, there's a lot of importance in regards to Garlean Empire and some of the more other nations that exist in the world, besides the one that we're familiar with. So I find it, important at least, and worth time. Man, it would be like down here somewhere. I wish we had like a better view of the area, and god damn it, I really hate that, but it would be somewhere down here, I imagine. But yeah, we'll tackle that next time. Otherwise, thank you for watching. This has been Samir the Knight. If you want, there is a Discord channel where I alert you if you are interested of any time I go live on Twitch. Twitch, it's a little bit better than Twitch's notification system, to be quite honest. So there's the link if you want to go, but also links are down below in the channel, and also have a YouTube channel as well where I upload all my VODs, so you can watch any of my prior content as well. Otherwise, that's it. I will catch you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.